Okay, guys, here's what I'm going to try and do. I want to take the math part of the SAT that I took when I was in high school. Of course, I can't find the exact form of the SAT that I took, so I have found an online version of the SAT that was given the year that I was there. It's a released version of the test of the year that I was there. Now, the rules back then were that nothing counts except your multiple choice test. So, none of your work counts. All that matters is the multiple choice. No calculators. Everything has to be figured by hand. That's the expectation. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, if you look on here, you'll see that I have 30 minutes to do 25 questions. I'm going to try to explain my thought process as this goes along. That's going to eat into my 30 minutes, but let's see if I can't get an explanation and problems done in 30 minutes. So, ready? Go. Question number 1. If k is equal to -1, then k plus k squared plus k cubed plus k to the fourth equals. Well, all right, so if k is -1, then k is -1, k squared is +1, k to the cubed is -1, k to the fourth is +1, and if I add all those together, I get 0, so my answer is 0C. Number 2, at 9 a.m., the temperature of a solution is -20 degrees Celsius. This temperature rises at a uniform rate, and at noon, the reading is 0. So I immediately see I've got important things here. 9 a.m. and noon are times, and they're 3 hours apart, and the temperature rises 20 degrees. So 3 hours, 20 degrees. Okay, what will be the temperature at 3 p.m.? So another 3 hours, what will the temperature be? It does tell me, and it's important that it rises at a uniform rate. So every 3 hours is 20 degrees. So at 3 o'clock p.m., I think we're going to be at exactly 20 degrees. So E is my answer to that. If the sum of x and x plus 1 is greater than 7, which of the following can be the value of x? Now, you can do this, I guess, with algebra. X times x plus 1 greater than 7. Solve for x. Or you can just look at the problem. They're giving you 5 possibilities for x, and only one of them is going to work. For example, if x is -4, then let's see, if x is -4, then x plus 1 is -3. Their sum is not bigger than 7. If x is 0, x plus 1 is 1. That sum is not greater than 7. If x is 1, x plus 1 is 2. That sum is not greater than 7. If x is 3, x plus 1 is 4. That sum is 7, but it's not greater than 7. So the only answer I've got here, I think, is E, 4, because 4 and 4 plus 1 is 9, and that's greater than 7. Okay, questions 4 and 5 refer to the following definition. For all positive numbers p, where p is not equal to 1, and they just a little math bit there, they're giving you the p not equal to 1 because you don't want the denominator to be 0. All right, define p star by this equation. So did I mention I haven't seen these? I'm doing these sight unseen. I did accidentally see that first question as I downloaded the test, but I've not seen most of these. So here's my equation for p star. That's important. And I want to know if p equals 4, then p star equals. So now I'm just plugging in, right? 4 plus 2 over 4 minus 1. 4 and 2 is 6. 4 minus 1 is 3. So that gives me 2. D is my answer. If p is positive, and again, p is not equal to 1, still not equal to 1, I guess. Mathematicians are very careful. Then 1/2 times 1 over p star is equal to which of the following? Well, let's just do that in steps. 1 over p star is the reciprocal of p star. So I'm just going to flip it over. The reciprocal of p star is p minus 1 over p plus 2. And then if I multiply that times 1/2, I'm going to get a p minus 1 on the top. And if I remember to distribute my 2, do I have to distribute the 2 in? It's 2 times p plus 2, which is 2p plus 4, but it looks like I don't need to do that. It looks like my answer here is C. Go on to the next page. All right. 3 squares, R, S, and T, are shown above. The area of R is twice the area of T. Area of R is twice the area of T. So if I take the area, area of R is twice the area of S. So that area of S times 2 gives me the area of R. The area of S is twice the area of T. So again, times 2 for areas. Times 2, I can progress from one square to the next. If the area of S is 1, what is the sum of the areas of all 3 squares? All right, so if S is 1, then that means that R is 2. The area of R is 2. If S is 1, the area of T has to be 1/2. And they're asking about the sum of these, which is 3.5. If my math is correct, B, 3.5. Number 7, if 40,404 plus x equals 44,444, then 40,404 minus 10x, is there a way to do this other than solving for x and multiplying by 10? That's what's popping out at me. So if I get x by itself, I subtract 40404 from both sides. So that tells me x is equal to 4,040. That's x. So that tells me that 10x is 40,400. And I now subtract 10x from 40,404. So subtract 40400. And I get 0, 0, 0. I get 4. Whoops. I get 4. 4. C is my answer. Questions 8 and 9 refer to the following definition. For any positive integer k, let k with a box around it represent the greatest odd integer that divides k. So their example is a box around 36 gives us 9, because if you look at the factors of 36, which are 1 and 2 and 3, 6, 4, 9. I mean, I could write them all out, but you'll see that the largest, that's important here, the largest odd integer, is 9. So question number 8, there's a box around 30, and they want to know the greatest odd integer. Well, my factors of 30 are 1 and 30, and 2 and 15, and 3 and 10, 4, nothing, 5 and 6, and I think that's it. Those are my factors of 30. So the question is, with the box around 30, what's the largest odd integer that's a factor of 30? And it looks to me like 15. 15, so I'm going to say D is my answer. Which of the following is equal to 2 to the 9th with a box around it? Okay, well, in this one, they want you to realize that 2 to the 9th, 2 times 2 times 2, 9 times, all the factor, whatever that number is, and I don't have a calculator, so I'm not going to do it, but all the factors are even, right? It's prime factorization is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. There's no way to get an odd number. So the only factor that's an odd number that's a factor of 2 to the 9th happens to be 1. So A is the only answer that makes sense. All right, question number 10. Several people are standing in a straight line. Starting at one end of the line, Bill is counted as the 5th person. Starting at the other end, he's counted as the 12th person. Is there a math problem? I mean, is this... Can't I just write it out? I mean, can't I just make Bill 5th in line? 1, 2, 4, 5. That's Bill. Counting that way, he's 5, and counting the other way, he's 12. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, okay, how many people are in the line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people. 16 people. B. 16. Okay, if x over y is a fraction greater than 1, which of the following must be less than 1? Well, immediately I'm thinking about a reciprocal. If x over y is bigger than 1, like 3 over 2, 3 halves, its reciprocal is 2/3. 3 halves bigger than 1, 2/3 is less than 1. So clearly, one of the things that's less than 1 is y over x. And that's answer D. I know that's true, and I don't know about all these. Well, I know about some of these others. But there can only be one answer, so it's going to be D, right? It's got to be D. I mean, if you have a number bigger than 1 and square it, then it's going to get even bigger, right? And a number bigger than 1 whose square root is not going to be smaller. I mean, I can go through all these, but there's only one answer, right? It's multiple choice, and there's one answer, and it's D. Why am I wasting my 30 minutes? In the figure above, the circles with center O and P have radii of 5 and 3, respectively. Okay. If a circle C, not shown, is drawn such that O is the center and P is on the circumference, what's the radius of C? Well, all right, so I think I know what they're getting at. They're telling us that that radius is 5, that radius is 3, and I draw a circle with O at the center and P on the circumference. So I want basically, will it detect that that's a circle? Yeah. I sort of want a circle with O as the center going through like that. Does it make sense that the radius is 8? Because the radius is 8. So A, 8. Go on to the next page. Yes, sir. Number 13. All right, so this is just exercising your knowledge of laws of exponents, right? You've got something squared, you've got this thing squared, and then that whole thing to the third power. So you can attack this in several ways. I'm going to work from the outside. I'm going to cube everything, and I'll get 2x squared y cubed to the 6th, because I multiply those together. Now I raise everything to the 6th power. I'm going to get 2 to the 6th, and x to the 12th, and y to the 18th. I don't know what 2 to the 6th is, but this is the only one with a 12 and an 18 in it for the powers. So I'm going to guess the answer is D, 12. 14, in the figure above, if angle B, geometry's not my favorite. If BAC is 80, then angle Z equals. So, all right, so they want to know that angle. So if BAC is 80, so this whole angle here is 80 degrees. Then find Z. Okay, maybe you can see already that you've got a big triangle here, right? And that the sum of the angles in that triangle has to be 180. And they've given me a couple of them. They tell me that I've got 30 here and 80 here. So I can subtract and get that this total angle up here is 70 degrees, I guess, 70. And since there is a y and a y, that tells me that I'm bisecting that angle. So each of the y's is 35. I've got the same situation here. X is bisecting that angle, so that x is 40 degrees. And now I've got a smaller triangle, this little guy right here, whose angles also add to 180. Let's see, 35 and 40 is 75. 30 and 40, 75. So that means Z has got to be 105 degrees. 105. B is my answer. Number 15, only 10 to go, but I do remember these get harder, and they kind of are. 2 to the cubed is equal to q thousandths. What is the value of q? I said they're getting harder. This one's not any harder. 2 to the 10th cubed is 2 cubed over 10 cubed, or 8 over 1,000. It's equal to q thousandths, so q has to be 8. C. That wasn't so bad. If town A, so number 16, if town A is 300 kilometers due east of town B, and town C is 400 kilometers due south of town B, oh, I gotta draw a picture. Town A is 300 kilometers due east of town B. So here's B, and if I go 300 kilometers this way, that gets me to town A, 300. And town C is 400 due south of town B. All right, so my math experience is giving me the tinglies here. What is the shortest distance from town A to town C? All right, the reason it's giving me the tinglies is because 3, 4, 5 right triangles are a thing. I could work this out with the Pythagorean theorem if I wanted to. 300 squared plus 400 squared equals that hypotenuse squared. But I know 3, 4, 5 triangles are a thing. So, gosh, I gotta get my hand under control here. 500 kilometers is that one. And I guess on a time test, this is the kind of thing that they want you to see without figuring out. 17, in the figure above, RS equals ST. I'm going to mark that. RS equals ST. And the coordinates of S are K, 3. What is the value of K? All right, a little geometrical reasoning. First of all, I know that at the origin, I also have a right angle. And if I have 3 right angles in a quadrilateral, the 4th one has to be a right angle. And I have those 2 sides the same, so it's pretty easy to see that those 2 sides are the same. The coordinate of, so it's a square, opposite sides are parallel, so T has to have a coordinate 0, 3, because its y coordinate is the same as S. All these sides are 3, that's 3. What is the value of K? Well, K has got to be 3, doesn't it? K has got to be 3. Is there any reason why K is not 3? It's certainly not 0. It's not negative. Is it negative 3? No, because it's positive. I'm sticking with that, and I got to boogie along, so I'm going to leave it there. Car 1 averages 30, I'm number 18. Car 1 averages 30 miles per hour of gasoline, while car 2 averages 25 miles per gallon. Gasoline costs $2 per gallon. Oh, boy. How much more will the gasoline cost for a 600-mile trip in car 2 than in car 1? Okay, I'm going to do a little, when I took chemistry, we called this dimensional analysis. For car number 1, I know that I get 30 miles per gallon, which tells me that I get 1 over 30 gallons per mile. Okay. And if it's $2 per gallon, gallons cancel, and I get 2/30 per mile. Okay, that's good. 2/30 of a dollar per mile, and I'm going 600 miles. So 600 times 2/30 will give me dollars. Yay. Let's see, how can I do this without a calculator? The zeros cancel. The 3 cancels with the 6 and gives me a 2. So this is really 20 times 2, which is $40 for the trip in car number 1. Car number 2, same sort of reasoning will go on, except instead of 30 miles per gallon, it's 25 miles per gallon. So this is going to wind up being 600 times 2 over 25. And the 25 will cancel with the 100 and leave me a 4. So that's 6 times 4 times 2. 24 times 2 is $48. And the question asks how much more would it cost? So I'm going to say it's going to cost $8 more. So D is my answer to 18. 19. Segment PR is divided into 2 segments with lengths as shown above. If Q is the midpoint of PR, that's important. Q is the midpoint. So if Q is the midpoint, then I know those are the same, and I know that x plus y has to be the same as 2x minus y. I don't know what that helps me with. Which of the following statements is true? Okay, so all right, if I subtract y from both sides, I'll have minus 2y over here. And if I subtract 2x from both sides, let's see, if I subtract y from both sides, I get minus 2y. If I subtract 2x, I get minus x on this side. Am I doing that correctly? I think so. So, and then I get x is equal to 2y. Yeah, so E, I guess, E. Go on to the next page. Willingly. Question 25 to go. I don't have my clock out, so I don't know how close I am to my 30 minutes. But let's see. What is the perimeter of a square that has the same area as a circle that has circumference 1? Okay, so I need to find the area of the circle. And it has a circumference 1. So what I can do, if I can find, I know the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. And if the circumference of this circle is 1, then my radius of that circle is 1 over 2 pi. Once I know the radius, I can use another formula to find the area of the circle. So the area of the circle is pi r squared. Uh-oh. Is this going to be a pretty answer? It doesn't look pretty. Pi times 1 over 2 pi squared is going to be pi over 4 pi squared. Ugh. 1 pi will cancel. So the area is 1 over 4 pi, I suppose. And now I've got a square with that area. The area is 1 over 4 pi. It's a square, so the two sides are the same. The area of that square is that side squared. The area of the square is the side squared. We know the area is 1 over 4 pi. So that means S equals the square root of 1 over 4 pi, which is 1 over 2 square root pi. If I simplify it, that's one side. That's one side here as the, this feels wrong. The side is 1 over 2 pi, and I want the perimeter, and we know there's 4 sides, right? 4 sides. So it looks like I need to multiply that times 4 to get the perimeter, so I'll have, perimeter is 4 over 2 pi, which is the same, those cancel, as 1 over 2 square root pi. So 1 over 2 square root pi, which is an answer. I don't love it, but I'll take it. Number 21, the arithmetic mean of n numbers is 10. The average of 5 of these numbers, of course they don't tell us the numbers, do they? Average of 5 of these numbers is 8. In terms of n, what is the average of the remaining numbers? Remember when I said these get harder? This is what I was talking about. All right, what do I know? I know that the average is 10. So whatever these numbers are, if I add them up and divide by n, that I wrote, this should be the word sum. The sum divided by n is 10, right? That's what it means to have an average of 10. So the sum of all 10 numbers, the sum of all n numbers is 10. Okay, the average of 5 of these numbers is 8. Which 5? We don't know. I guess I can do the same thing. The sum of those numbers over 5 is equal to 8. So the smaller sum, the reduced sum, the sum of just the 5 numbers is 8. So the smaller sum is 40. All right. Well, I see 10s and 40s in my answer, so I think I'm on the right track. We do not know how many numbers we have, right? We've just got a whole bunch of them. We know that the average of these is 10. So we know the sum of these numbers is 10, right? That's from here. And we know the sum of some of them. No. The sum of all n numbers is 10n. So that's 10n. And the sum of 5 of them, I don't know which 5. We'll say they're these 5. It doesn't matter, really. The sum of those 5 is 40. So what's the average of the remaining sum? All right, so what's left? The sum of those remaining numbers, the sum of these is going to be 10n minus 40, right? The whole thing is 10n. The sum of all of them is 10n. The sum of 5 of them is 40. So 10n minus 40 is the sum of the remaining. And I need to divide that by how many numbers there are. So 10n minus 40 divided by how many numbers are there? Well, n minus the 5 that we took the sum of. Hey, look at that. E. All right. Oh, another motion problem. A train started at station S and has been traveling r miles per hour for t hours. No numbers, just variables. Well, S doesn't really count. It's just the name. So we start at S. The distance we've traveled is RT, right? In terms of R and T, how many miles from the station has the train traveled 3t over 4 hours ago? So we know, what do we know? We know that in the picture I've drawn, RT is the distance, and they want to know a distance that's earlier than that. How much earlier than that? Well, they want 3t over 4 hours earlier than that. So if I back up, if I back up 3t over 4 hours, then I've got just 1/4 t hours, right? So this is the whole distance. I'm backing up 3/4 of that distance, so I have 1/4 of it left. If 1/4 t is the time and r is the rate, then r, what have I done? R times 1/4 t will be the distance that's traveled. R times 1/4 t is RT over 4. So I see that right there. So let's go with E as my answer. Yeah, E is my answer. Yeah, that's the ticket. 23, 3 problems left. Can we live through it? If 2x plus y equals 15, and x plus 2y equals -3, then 2x plus 2y equals. Well, this feels like I hear my two thoughts. It's a system of equations, right? I've got 2 equations, one there and one there, and I could use those to find x and y, and then multiply out to get 2x plus 2y. Is there anything smarter to do than that? I could say that 2x equals y minus 15, and that 2y equals minus 3 minus x. That's not going to help, is it? If I then add 2x and 2y in those cases, it doesn't help. Okay, so let's just solve these equations. I'm going to write this first equation down again. 2x plus y equals 15. Then I'm going to double this equation and get 2x plus 4y equals negative 6. And I did that so that I could eliminate the x's. If I now add these two equations together, I'll still have this first one, but the second equation can change too. No, I want to subtract them, right? So y minus 4y is negative 3y, and 15 minus negative 6 is 21. So that tells me that y is equal to negative 7. And if y is equal to negative 7, I guess I can plug back in up here. Is that what I want to do? Y equals negative 7. X plus 2 times negative 7 equals negative 3. So x plus minus 14, I'm using this guy. X plus negative 14 equals negative 3. So I need to add 14 to both sides, and I get x is equal to 11. That's my math right there. X is 11, and y is negative 7. So 2 x's is 22. 2 y's is negative 14. And their sum is 8. 8a. I don't feel great about that. I feel like there's something clever I should do that I didn't do. All right, let me erase a little bit of this. 24, 2 problems left. If r is a positive integer and the ratio r over s is 1/3, which of the following could be the value of r squared over s? Holy cow. Let's see, r over s, the ratio of r over s is 1/3. And I've got 1/3, 1, and 4/3. So I got these three choices. Let's see, gosh, this is hard. Well, oh boy, I know that if r over s is proportional to 1/3, then that means that r is proportional to 3s. I really don't want to say they're equal to each other, but I guess I will. So r squared is 9s squared. This feels like it's leading me nowhere. I know r squared, and I guess I know s is equal to 3r. How can that be right? Oh, this is not right. I am lost on this. R is equal to 1/3 s. So r squared has to be 1/9 s squared. And s is 3r. So 1/9 times 3r squared. What is this telling me? That 1/9 times 9r, I get back r squared equals r, so r equals r. What does that tell me? Well, I'm pretty sure, gosh, I'm wasting so much time here. I am pretty sure that if r over s is 1/3, then r squared over s can also be 1/3. I need to move on. Suppose I say this is b and come back later, because I don't think I've hit on anything here. They give these PhDs out to anybody. I can't even solve an SAT problem. All right, let's keep going. Last problem. What is the number of different pairs of parallel edges on a cubical wooden block? Okay, they've got pairs underlined, and I think there's another important word they need to underline too. Here's what a wooden cube might look like. This is how I learned how to draw this in a third grade or so. There's my wooden cube. And they've got pairs underlined, but they don't have parallel underlined. And I think that's important. Because what does it mean for two lines to be parallel? The technical definition of that, it's what you think they are, right? Two lines that never touch. What do we know about the two lines? They have to be in the same plane. In geometry, you might have learned about these things called skew lines, where you could have a line like this and a line like that, and they're in different planes. They never touch, but they're not parallel to each other. They're what's called skew. So knowing that, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, what are pairs of parallel edges? Well, let's look at them in pairs. If I look at that line, what's parallel to it? Well, that one is, and that one is, and that one is. Okay, so that's 3. And then, what else is parallel? I've also got this one. Let me maybe change color for this. This one and that one are parallel, and this one and that one are parallel. So that's 2 more. And have I counted these 2? I don't think I've counted those 2 as a pair yet. So that's 1 more. So that tells me that looking at it, what am I trying to say? In the side-to-side dimension, it looks like there are 6 pairs. And a cube has 3 dimensions, right? I could do this again with height. What I've done is length, I could do it again with height, and I could do it with width. I think this is going to happen 3 times. So 18. So A is my answer. Oh, I've got the answers printed out on a piece of paper. Answers. All right, let's go back to the beginning and see how I did. Let's get out a big red pen to grade this thing with, because that is what makes life fun. Grading papers severely. Okay, the answers again, I'm just looking them up. Number 1 is C. Okay, number 2 is E. 3 is E. 4 is D. 5 is B. Oh, crap. Yeah, I missed it. I sure did. That's what I wrote, but somehow I picked the wrong one. Oh well, life's tough all over, right? Number 6 is B. That's correct. Number 7 is C. 8 is D. 9 is A. 10 is B. 11 is D. 12 is A. 13 is D, 14 is B, 15 is C, 16 is B, 17 is A. Boy, I got that one wrong. How can the value of K be -3? 17 is A, it says. Oh no. All right, 18 is D, 19 is E, so that's 1, that's 2. 20, did I write the answer to 20? C, I guess. Answer to 20 is B. I got that one wrong. 21, the answer is E. 22, the answer is E. 23, the answer is A. 24, the answer is, oh, I didn't know what the hell I was doing in 24, did I? 25 is A. They say the answer to 24 is E. All right, so what does that mean? Out of 25, I missed 1, 2, I got 5 right, but I got 1 right, but I copied it wrong onto my paper. So I missed 3 of these. Maybe you'll do better. I'll see if I can't link to the original paper in the comments and let you try it. Okay, that's all I have for you. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.